What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another video. So in today's video, I want to be very clear as to where we are going. A lot of economists are saying that we need to watch for inflation, that we need to stop pushing this $3.5 trillion infrastructure package because it is going to cause more and more inflation. But at the same time, other economists and lawmakers are saying we do not need to worry about inflation from a $3.5 trillion infrastructure package. What we need to worry about is getting more stimulus, more direct payments, more relief, and more assistance to the American people at this time. And I want to explain why all this is going down right now. First, I just want to thank you guys for watching today's video. Hopefully you guys are having an incredible Saturday. If you guys have any questions, please ask your questions down in the comment section below. Also, consider subscribing so I can continue to keep you updated. And let's get into the update. What we are hearing right now is that multiple economists worry that the $3.5 trillion infrastructure package is going to cause more inflation simply because of the price tag. They say it's just too much, it's too expensive, we do not need it. And according to Stephen Moore, he is actually the former, he's one of the former White House economic advisors for former President Donald Trump. Well, he said this the other day, and I quote, "Government spending doesn't stimulate the economy, it destimulates the economy and causes inflation. We should be aggressively cutting government spending right now, not raising it." And many economists believe the exact same thing. Let's not keep providing more stimulus to the US economy because it's going to cause massive amounts of inflation. And this is something we're already starting to see. We already see prices going up. Prices are getting more and more expensive every single day. It's becoming very, very tough to even buy things, but at the same time, if we don't buy things now, then we might not be able to afford that in the future if prices keep on going up. So this is one of those never-ending cycles that we could potentially be seeing for the next potentially 6 to 9 months. So that's something that we need to be aware of. Now, even though there's a decent amount of people that say, hey, let's stop putting more money back into the economy. Let's stop this government spending because we can't afford it. There are a large group of people and of the Biden administration agrees on this as well, that we must provide more stimulus to the economy in order to fully recover. And this is something that I've been saying for a little while, is that we are seeing certain pockets inside the country that aren't recovering. They're not recovering for multiple reasons, and I'm not going to go into that in today's video. But what we are seeing right now is that some lawmakers say we have to target the stimulus. We have to target our relief. We cannot just do a blanket approach with another stimulus check sending out to hundreds of millions of Americans. We need to be very targeted, very strategic with the next thing that we do. So, according to multiple reports, that is what is going to happen. Lawmakers are going to be very targeted. They're going to direct their relief to certain pockets within the economy. This is most likely going to go to lower income individuals. We're already seeing this going to families and children. That was one of those pockets that, like I mentioned just a minute ago, that was one of those pockets that we saw was really struggling during the pandemic. But what we are hearing now, according to multiple moderate Democrats, is yes, we need to address the issues that we faced. However, we also must address the issues that we will be facing. So we can't just live in the past and only provide stimulus and direct payments to children and parents. We have to provide stimulus and direct payments to all that are currently struggling. So we will see what happens moving forward, but as of right now, that is what the discussions are on, is who should be the one that receives the most assistance at this time. Are parents, children, people on Social Security, individuals, students, student borrowers? Who should it be? Homeowners, renters, right? The list goes on and on. We could continue with this list. But again, it's not a short list. Right now, some are saying if we don't have money to spend within the economy, then we will see slower growth. And this is something that we're already starting to see. So as people run out of money, as there's no stimulus checks left, as the child tax credit payments are gone, right? where are we supposed to spend this money? Where are we going to continue to see this growth? And this is why lawmakers are continuing to push for more direct payments. They say the $2,000 per month stimulus checks would greatly increase the amount of money families are able to spend. But the problem is this would also drastically increase prices on everything that we're buying. And again, we're already seeing this. Gas prices are seeing a steady increase over the past few months. We've seen this for the past year, but over the past few months, it just keeps going up and up. Home prices, they're not going down anytime soon. Food and travel keeps on going up. The only thing that's dropping is lumber. However, right now with the amount of construction workers, with the amount of contractors willing to build a house, just because lumber prices are going down doesn't mean home prices are going to drop. Building a house is actually very difficult at this time, because just because you want to put go and buy all the lumber, great, go and buy it, prices are dropping. But you think you're going to get all the nails you need? You think you're going to get all the drywall? You're going to get all the HVAC equipment? No. You want to go put in a new range? You want to go put in a new dishwasher? Your washer, dryer? You want to go get all that stuff? Good luck. It's difficult because the supply is so short right now. I know this for a fact because I had to go buy a new washer and dryer just recently. It was actually a couple months ago. And my wife and I went into Lowe's, Home Depot, went to Best Buy. A lot of the stuff that we were looking at buying was back ordered. So we actually had to buy used. Which I'm perfectly fine with. Saved about $600 to $800. And but we got it done. So yes, it is difficult to do anything at this time because of the supply chain. Now, at this time, what we're seeing is more and more COVID cases across the United States. And I want to bring this up for one main reason. Some experts are using this fact that COVID cases are increasing as a way to, hey, we need to provide more stimulus to the American people. But at the same time, some experts say that while we're considering paying for infrastructure, we're paying for infrastructure using the stimulus funds that were passed in the previous stimulus packages. They say that is not a good idea. They say that going forward, we will need these funds. Everybody is pointing to the fact that we will not reach that 70% vaccination rate here in the United States. Not going to happen by the end of the summer. In a little over a month, we're not going to see that. What they are saying is, being that we will still be in this situation, they are arguing that stimulus at this time should be considered more beneficial to the economic recovery than infrastructure that might show a return on our investment in 5, 10, or even 20 years. So yes, I think it is a bad idea to repurpose the funds from the infrastructure package that were supposed to be for stimulus. Again, it's about $600 billion. If we could take that money and put it back into the economy quickly through possibly direct payments, maybe stimulus, that would actually be a better idea. And this is what many experts are saying as well. Reports this past week have shown us that 80% of the COVID cases are occurring in lower income communities. That's what we're seeing. They say right now, this is just another reason why lawmakers are pushing for more stimulus to those communities, because they need the money. Lawmakers are urging President Biden to open the scope of the infrastructure package, or both of them essentially, to ensure that the lower income earners are not left behind when the economy fully recovers. Now, we've seen the economy recover quite a bit. The reports indicate we were only in a recession for 2 months. Feels like much longer, but that's what they were saying. They say that another occurrence of 2008 can be avoided if the lower income earners are prioritized too. What we saw back in 2008 and 2009, many of you probably won't remember, but what we saw was the wealthier individuals, they actually saw their wealth increase. They went to go and buy more assets, stocks, and real estate. Those were big. Businesses went under, lower income earners lost their jobs, they simply were fired and furloughed. And what we saw was the lower income earners were the ones that were hit the hardest. The middle income, the upper class, those were the people, the rich, those are the ones that saw their wealth increase substantially. So they say this is something that we can avoid. However, lower income earners have to be prioritized at this time. we also know, okay, and I want to explain both sides of things. While low-income earners are experiencing a harder time during this pandemic, what reports are indicating right now is that in the South, this is where we see a lot of lower income earners, just because the minimum wage. But what we are seeing right now is that in the South, the lower income earners are less likely to get a vaccine. So, many Democrats are quick to point out the fact that people that don't get a vaccine should not even be entitled to more assistance. That's what we're hearing. That if you want to get the vaccine, great, you'll get more assistance. If you don't get the vaccine, then we are going to pretty much exclude you. Now that's not word for word, but that's the gist of what they're saying. So, some say this is what we are going to see. I just want to point this out, because if we see the vaccines really start to drop, if we see the COVID cases increase, if we see the American people are suffering, chances are we are going to get some reports or some different plans that are going to push the vaccines in exchange for some form of stimulus. So, as I know more there, I promise I will fill you in on that update as well. I just want to thank you guys for watching. Again, hopefully you guys have a wonderful rest of your Saturday. If you have any questions, please ask your questions down in the comment section below. Thank you guys for watching. Consider subscribing, and I'll see you guys on the next one.